Hi, welcome to EPG Pathshala, Spanish. We are in the paper entitled Advanced Spanish Grammar. I am Gaurav Kumar and I teach Spanish in the Center of Spanish, Portuguese, Italian, and Latin American Studies in Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi. This module is titled Present Tense Uses in the Past and Future. We shall see the various possibilities that the present tense can take in other tenses or meaning. Let us try to recall the uses of the present tense first. The present tense is used primarily to refer to actions or situations that we consider certain at that present moment. It can be a situation that we consider permanent. Let us see some example. ¿Dónde trabajas? ¿Dónde trabajas? Colaboro con una empresa multinacional en el sector de energía. Colaboro con una empresa multinacional en el sector de energía. Where do you work? I collaborate with an international company in the energy sector. Let us take the next example. Los padres de Lola viven en un pueblo de Sevilla. I repeat. Los padres de Lola viven en un pueblo de Sevilla. The parents of Lola live in a town of Sevilla. For actions which are considered to be customary or habitual, we again use the present tense. ¿Cómo tomas el té? I repeat. ¿Cómo tomas el té? Lo tomo siempre sin leche. Lo tomo siempre sin leche. How do you take your tea? I always take it without milk. Another example is Salimos a cenar de vez en cuando. I repeat. Salimos a cenar de vez en cuando. The English version is occasionally we go out to dinner. An action that takes place at the time of speaking, which shows continuity, also takes up the present tense. ¿Por qué sonríes? ¿Por qué sonríes? Es que me estoy acordando de la película de anoche. Es que me estoy acordando de la película de anoche. In English, why are you smiling? It's just that I'm reminded of the movie last night. Next example is ¿En qué piensas? ¿En qué piensas? En nuestro viaje a Polonia. En nuestro viaje a Polonia. What are you thinking about? I'm thinking about our trip to Poland. Next is the case of a temporary situation. Let us see the example. Estoy pasando unos días en Málaga. I repeat. Estoy pasando unos días en Málaga. ¿Y dónde te alojas? ¿Y dónde te alojas? I am having some days in Malaga. And where are you staying? For an established fact also, we take the present subject. When referring to an established fact, we again use the present tense. Let us see some examples. Konnichiwa significa hola en japonés. I repeat, konnichiwa significa hola en japonés. Konnichiwa means hola in Japanese. Another example is el sol sale por el este y se pone por el oeste. I repeat, el sol sale por el este y se pone por el oeste. The English version is the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. The present tense is also used to refer to the future. It is used to discuss the immediate future actions. You have already seen the constructs of ir plus a plus verb, which also refers to action which are there to happen in the future. But apart from this construct, also the present tense in its regular form can be used to refer to immediate future actions. Let us see some examples. Espérame un poco. Acabo pronto. I repeat. Espérame un poco. Acabo pronto. Wait a little for me. I'm finishing soon. This has reference to the immediate action of going to finish soon. Let us take another example. Llaman a la puerta. No te levantes. Abro yo. I repeat. Llaman a la puerta. No te levantes. Abro yo. There's somebody knocking the door. You don't get up. I'll see. Or we can say, I'll open the door. Again, in this sentence, the future action has been expressed with abro yo, the present tense for the verb abrir. Another example is, hay que tomar una decisión. De acuerdo. Hablamos mañana. I repeat. Hay que tomar una decisión. De acuerdo. Hablamos mañana. A decision has to be made. Agreed. We will talk about it tomorrow. Or we talk about it tomorrow. Again, with mañana, tomorrow, future, the present tense hablamos has been used. When we want to talk about the near future, when something is already agreed or planned, we can make use of the present tense. ¿Cuándo empiezan las clases? El 7 de octubre. I repeat. ¿Cuándo empiezan las clases? El 7 de octubre. The English equivalent is, when are the classes starting? On 7th October. Another example is, ¿cuándo son las elecciones? I repeat, ¿cuándo son las elecciones? En marzo, creo. En marzo, creo. When are the elections? I think in March. Often these are future actions regarding schedules where the present tense is used. Let us see Some examples. Date prisa. El avión sale a las 6:20. I repeat. Date prisa. El avión sale a las 6:20. The English equivalent is hurry up. The plane leaves at 6:20. In order to make predictions about something that we are fully convinced that will happen, we can also again use the present tense. Seguro que me contratan. I repeat. Seguro que me contratan. For sure, they are hiring me. Next example is hay mucha niebla. Hay mucha niebla. Hoy no despegan los aviones. Hoy no despegan los aviones. Ya verás. Ya verás. In English, there's a lot of fog today. Planes are not going to take off today. You'll see. We have till now seen the usages of the present tense with future actions. With reference to the past, we already have seen the verbal paraphrasing in the example of acabar de, referring to an action which has been done recently. For example, acabo de beber té. I just had tea. But other actions of the past can also be expressed with the present tense. This structure is also possible in English. Many a times, in formal context, the past historical events are written about using the tenses in the present. For example, in English, a simple boy is born in the city of Porbandar, Gujarat. He is named as Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. At a young age, he goes to London to study law, and later he shifts to South Africa for work. In 1915, he returns to India to participate and very soon lead the freedom movement struggle. Now, as you can see, that all the events which have been expressed in these sentences are talking about the past events, but the construction is that of the present tense. So, you see, the present tense is referring to the past without any problem whatsoever. Let us take some other examples. Fue en Génova, en Italia, la ciudad donde nació Cristóbal Colón en el año 1451. Ya desde joven era aficionado de la vida marina. En Portugal se le ocurrió la idea de buscar una ruta marítima hacia China e India y arregló su primer viaje con el respaldo de Isabel de Castilla. En 1492 llegó a América con 3 carabelas y desembarcó en la isla de San Salvador. Posteriormente, Colón realizó 3 viajes más a América. Durante su segundo viaje, comenzó la exploración de América. Murió en Valladolid en 1508. So this whole write-up about Christopher Columbus is written using the past tense in Spanish. Let us see the English equivalent of this whole write-up. It was in Genoa, in Italy, the city where Christopher Columbus was born in the year 1451. As a child, he was fond of marine life. In Portugal, it occurred to him to find a sea route towards China and India, and he arranged his first trip with the help of the Isabel de Castilla, the Queen of Spain. In 1492, he reached America with three ships and he disembarked on the island of San Salvador. Later, Christopher Columbus did three more trips to America. During his second trip, he started the exploration of America. He died in Valladolid in 1508. In all this, you must have noticed that the pretérito or the imperfect past in Spanish has been used. Let us try to convert this very write-up on Christopher Columbus with the help of the present tense. Es en Génova, en Italia, la ciudad donde nace Cristóbal Colón en el año 1451. Ya desde joven es aficionado de la vida marina. En Portugal se le ocurre la idea de buscar una ruta marítima hacia China e India y arregla su primer viaje con el respaldo de Isabel de Castilla. En 1492 llega a América con tres carabelas y desembarca en la isla de San Salvador. Posteriormente, Colón realiza tres viajes más a América. Durante su segundo viaje, comienza la exploración de América. Muere en Valladolid en 1508. Now, the whole write-up has been expressed using the present tense of Spanish. The English version is as follows. It is in Genoa, in Italy, the city where Christopher Columbus is born in the year 1451. From a young age, he is a fan of sea life. In Portugal, it occurs to him to find a sea route towards China and India. He arranges his first trip with the help of the Queen of Spain, Isabel de Castilla. In 1492, he reaches America with three ships and disembarks on the island of San Salvador. Later, Christopher Columbus does three more trips to America. During his second trip, he starts the exploration of America. He dies in Valladolid in 1508. So you see, the same historical facts have been expressed using the present tense. Let us take some more examples. En 1976 se celebró en España un referéndum a favor de la reforma política y en 1977 se llevaron a cabo elecciones generales que dieron la victoria a la UCD, que consiguió un 31% de los votos. En 1978 se aprobó la nueva constitución que permitió iniciar todas las reformas de la España actual. Let us see the English version of this write-up about Spain using the past tense. In 1976, a referendum in favor of political reforms is carried out in Spain. In 1977, general elections are held that give the victory to UCD, which achieved 31% of the votes. In 1978, the new constitution is approved, which allows to start all the reforms of present-day Spain. Let us see the same write-up using the present tense in Spanish. En 1976 se celebra en España un referéndum a favor de la reforma política y en 1977 se llevan a cabo elecciones generales que dan la victoria a la UCD, que consigue un 31% de los votos. En 1978 se aprueba la nueva constitución que permite iniciar todas las reformas de la España actual. In English, in 1976, Spain holds a referendum in favor of political reform, and in 77, general elections are held, which give the victory to UCD that gets 31% of the votes. In 1978, the new constitution is approved, which allows the reforms which were initiated till the present day Spain. Let us take another example. Oíd lo que me pasó el otro día. Estaba yo solo en casa cuando sonó el teléfono. Lo cogí y una voz de hombre me preguntó si yo era familia de un famoso deportista. Le dije que sí sabía qué hora era, pero él volvió a hacerme la pregunta. No le contesté, colgué y desenchufé el teléfono. Listen to what happened to me the other day. I was alone at home when the telephone rang. I picked it up and a man spoke from the other end and asked if I was a family member of a famous sports person. I told him if he knew what was the time, but he asked me again the same question. I did not answer him. I put the phone down and disconnected the telephone. The same version in the present tense Spanish is: Oye lo que me pasa el otro día. Estoy yo solo en casa cuando suena el teléfono, lo cojo y una voz de hombre me pregunta si yo soy familia de un famoso deportista. Le digo que sí sabe qué hora es, pero él vuelve a hacerme la pregunta. No le contesto, cuelgo y desenchufo el teléfono. The English version is: Listen to what happens to me the other day. I am at home alone. When the phone rings, I pick it up and a man asks me if I am family member to a football player or a sports person. I tell him that if he knows what the time is, but he asks me the question again. I don't answer. I put the phone down and I disconnect the phone. Even for events that have happened recently, for example, events that come in the newspaper, The present tense can be used as headlines. For example, ha muerto un premio Nobel. Ha muerto un premio Nobel can be transformed into as muere un premio Nobel. Muere un premio Nobel. Another example is el partido derechista ha ganado las elecciones. El partido derechista ha ganado las elecciones. It can be changed to el partido derechista gana las elecciones. El partido derechista gana las elecciones. Another title could be unos piratas han secuestrado a dos periodistas. I repeat. Unos piratas han secuestrado a dos periodistas. In the present tense, unos piratas secuestran a dos periodistas. Talibanes han atacado la base española. Talibanes han atacado la base española. Next example is los talibanes han atacado la base española. I repeat, los talibanes han atacado la base española. This can be said with the present tense as a headline in the following manner. Los talibanes atacan la base española. I repeat, los talibanes atacan la base española. Another example is el Discovery ha vuelto a la Tierra sin problemas. This can be transformed as el Discovery vuelve a la Tierra sin problemas. I repeat, el Discovery vuelve a la Tierra sin problemas. The present tense can also be used for other functions. It is used to give instructions. For example, ¿cómo cambio la bombilla? Primero, desenchufas la lámpara, luego sacas la bombilla vieja y compruebas que está fundida. I repeat, ¿cómo cambio la bombilla? Primero, desenchufas la lámpara, luego sacas la bombilla vieja y compruebas que está fundida. In English, first unplug the lamp, then take out the old bulb and check if it is fused. If it is the case, then put a new one. In order to make suggestions, we can again use the present tense. Mañana no tengo que madrugar. ¿Salimos esta noche? I repeat. Mañana no tengo que madrugar. ¿Salimos esta noche? The English equivalent is tomorrow I don't have to get up early. Can we go out tonight? Another example is cuando terminéis el examen, lo dejáis sobre la mesa. I repeat. Cuando terminéis el examen, lo dejáis sobre la mesa. The English equivalent is when you finish the test, you may leave it on the table. To make suggestions, there are also frequent in the following constructions. ¿Qué tal si plus present indicator? Let us see an example. ¿Qué tal si comemos? Estoy muerta de hambre. I repeat. ¿Qué tal si comemos? Estoy muerta de hambre. How about we eat something? I'm starving. ¿Por qué no? Plus the present indicator. Let us see an example. Hace mucho que no vemos a Ana. ¿Por qué no la llamas y quedas con ella? I repeat. Hace mucho que no vemos a Ana. ¿Por qué no la llamas y quedas con ella? It's been a long time we haven't met Anna. Why don't you call her and meet up with her? To ask for advice and opinion, we can again involve the present tense. Me gusta este piso. ¿Lo compro? No sé. Me parece muy caro. I repeat. Me gusta este piso. ¿Lo compro? No sé. Me parece muy caro. The English equivalent is I like this apartment. Do I buy it? I don't know. It seems very expensive to me. Another example. Abro la ventana. Hay mucho humo. Abro la ventana. Hay mucho humo. The English equivalent is May I open the window? There's a lot of smoke. To offer help or ask for favors or making polite requests, in all these cases, we can make use of the present tense. For example, te plancho esta camisa. I repeat, te plancho esta camisa. The English equivalent is May I iron this shirt for you? Next example is ¿Me pasas la jarra de agua, por favor? I repeat, ¿Me pasas la jarra de agua, por favor? The English equivalent is Pass me the water jug, please. Next example is ¿Nos trae la cuenta, por favor? I repeat, ¿Nos trae la cuenta, por favor? The English version is Can you bring the check, please? In order to threaten, also we can use the construction of the present tense in the following manner. O plus present indicator plus O plus the present indicator. Let us see this construct in some sentences. O dejas de gritar o me marcho de aquí. I repeat. O dejas de gritar o me marcho de aquí. Either you stop yelling or I am leaving from this place. Let us see another example. O quitas la tele o te mando a tu cuarto, Raúl. O quitas la tele o te mando a tu cuarto, Raúl. Either you take away the TV or I'll send you to your room, Raúl. With the imperative plus O plus the present indicator, let us see how it works in the form of a sentence. Estudia o llamo a tus padres. Estudia o llamo a tus padres. Study or I call your parents. Another example is Pídeme disculpas o me voy ahora mismo. I repeat. Pídeme disculpas o me voy ahora mismo. Apologize to me or I'm going right now. Another example is O me dices qué ha pasado o no te ayudo. O me dices qué ha pasado o no te ayudo. Either you tell me what has happened or I'm not helping you. Es que no puedo decírtelo. Es que no puedo decírtelo. No te ayudo. Bueno, pero no se lo digas a nadie. No te ayudo. Bueno, pero no se lo digas a nadie. It is just that I can't say it to you. Okay, I can't help you. Well, don't say it to anybody. The present tense can also be used to express orders or commands with greater emphasis and force, like that of the imperative. Let us see an example. Te pones a trabajar ahora mismo. I repeat, te pones a trabajar ahora mismo is the same like saying ponte a trabajar ahora mismo. The English equivalent is get to work right now. Let us take another example. Te callas ya. Te callas ya, which is the same as cállate ya. In English, it means shut up. Now you have seen the versatile uses of the present tense and hope you enjoyed learning them. Thank you. Gracias.